What is hatching, Toga Peeps? OldManTup coming at you today with our team builder for week 10 of the WBE, and we are playing it's Gator and the Florida Gators. So if you're excited for this matchup, I know I am. We've never beat Gator, and Gator has, I think, 8-1 record coming into this week. So if we could get this win and keep rolling towards the end of the season, that would be amazing. But Gator's a fantastic battler. When we have played him, he's just stomped us. And let's take a look at his team. He has Heatran, Keldeo, Celebi, Zeraora, Donphan, Archeops, Frostlass, Kangaskhan, Pyukumuku, and Mega Heracross. And that is a really nasty team. He's got really good speed tiers. Really fast things, especially compared to our team. So let's take a look at what we got to build to beat him. Now, first off, this comes straight from the brain and minds of the front office this week. They told me, Tup, if you bring anything, you need to bring Specially Defensive Gliscor. Now, why is that? Because this comes in and sits in front of Zeraora, can take a Hidden Power Ice, even with Life Orb, and live it comfortably. I'm definitely not taking two, but can come in and take one, and that is muy bueno. And we got Stealth Rocks, Earthquake, Knockoff, and Roost. Stealth Rocks to break potential sashes and just accrue that damage because his team is a switch-heavy team. Nothing just wants to come in and sit and be there for days. But yeah, Earthquake, Knockoff, and Roost. Just a good spread of damage across his team. Max HP, the rest in defense. So that is Gliscor. Next, we're bringing back the team MVP, Dad Bod. And we are rocking near max speed. We have just enough speed to outspeed a max speed Heatran. Because when we were building the team, Z Heatran gave us a little bit of trouble, especially if it was a sub-variant. So we got enough speed to outpace that boy. It's the next fastest thing on his team compared to us anyways. And let me know what you guys think about the audio of this video, because I just got a new scissor arm for my microphone, which usually just sat in front of me on the screen on the computer desk. And I'm really enjoying that, but I'm still trying to maximize the efficiency of my setup. So if I sound a little quiet today, just be like, hey, Tup, a little bit quiet, and I'll make the appropriate tweaks to my recording crap and get it set up. Like I said, max HP, near max speed, the rest in special attack to be able to maximize the damage output. We have Toxic, Hydro Pump, Volt Switch, and Dark Pulse. Really thinking about going Defog over Toxic, but I do really want to be able to put pressure on this team with catching switch-ins on the poison. Something that really switches in to me that's good on his team is the Celebi. So we got Dark Pulse. We could have run the Shadow Ball, but I don't know. I just really like the Dark Pulse this week. Maybe we'll switch that up to Shadow Ball just because it's a little bit better resistances. That might be a game time decision, but that possible flinch chance is also bueno. Next, we're bringing Keys to the Kingdom, Klefki, with Leftovers, Prankster ability, Magnet Rise, Defog, Dazzling Gleam, and Hidden Power Ground. Really thinking about just dropping the Hidden Power Ground and picking up something like maybe a Calm Mind, just because it really helps us set out a lot. Magnet Rise, because with that, things like Donphan really can't touch us. We'd be able to come in on. And it just gives us a little bit more viability. It gives us a better matchup against the Archeops. In the event this is a lead pairing. And yeah, plus Mega Heracross gets Earthquake, and not else it gets does a ton to us. So that's why we got the Magnet Rise. It's always good on Klefki. Prankster Defog is just amazing to be able to get those rocks off, especially since we're bringing possibilities like Charizard, which we'll get to in a bit. Next, we are bringing our trophy wife, who has just been showing off how good that she is the past couple of weeks, with a different take on the set this week, fairly similar to what we've had the past couple of weeks, as it's a sub-nasty plot set, but we are rocking the Ghost DMZ this week, because the only thing on his team that resists or is immune to ghost type attacks is Kangaskhan. So I do fully expect him to bring Kangaskhan this week, just because it is a big, bulky behemoth, and it just stays in, takes hits, has shenanigans, can wish pass, and I've had trouble breaking Kangaskhan in the past. So he may be familiar with that, because last time I remember playing one was against Crimson Seabad, way back when in the GBA, and it just gave me fits for days. So I can really see Kangaskhan coming. So that is why we have the Hidden Power fighting, just because it gives us perfect coverage against his team. Because like I said, he only has one ghost resist, and that's the immunity in Kangaskhan. So that's bueno. We got Substitute this week, because in the event he feels the need to bring Pyukumuku, which I don't know if it will come, but I don't want to not prep for something. Having Substitute on something completely shuts that down, because it doesn't get any actual attacking moves. If you don't know much about Pyukumuku, the most it can do is like Toxic, and if I'm behind a sub, that's nothing. So it's a free sub, can nasty plot. As long as he doesn't bring something faster than me, something dies. Because after a nasty plot, I think the only thing that lives a hit is the Kangaskhan, and that is because I can't Ghost DMZ Shadow Ball it. It can take right around 50% depending on how bulky it is from a +2 Hidden Power fighting. So if we get to that point, that's good to know. Something to know about Kangaskhan, it gets scrappy, so that's no bueno. But just keep in mind, going forward, next we are bringing the end, because this will be the end of the match. If Charizard gets set up at +1 and Keldio's down, we just win. That's just the end of it. Now, a little bit different set this week, because we're bringing the Outrage. Know what you think of Tup. Why are you bringing Outrage? He does not have a fairy on his team, and his only Steel-type Pokemon is Heatran. So the only resist that he has to an Outrage is Heatran, and we have Earthquake as our other attack. So at +1, this runs through his team. So barring Scarfers, Focus Sash guys, which we take care of with getting Stealth Rocks up early game, this thing just is phenomenal. The problem is getting it in and getting it set up on something, because so many of his Pokemon have ground coverage that it's just redonkulous. But we are max speed, because we have to look at the potential speed ties with a max speed Celebi before we boost. And I think that's the only 100 Speedmon he has on his team. But yeah, we need to have the max speed for that. Last but not least, we have Billy Idol, Expert Belt Technician, Hidden Power Ground, Giga Drain, Sludge Bomb, and Toxic Spikes. Really thought about throwing a Scarf on this week, just because it's a late game cleaner. This does so much work. But getting to that point, might switch it over to a Focus Sash also, just because leading with Toxic Spikes, he doesn't have a Poison Pokemon. So everything that comes in that isn't named Archeops gets Toxicked, or Poisoned, or Super Poisoned, depending on how many layers we get down, until he gets Donphan in to Rapid Spin, or gets, I think Archeops can defog. Maybe Celebi can defog now? I don't remember. So many things got defog, it's hard to tell, and I don't see Celebi that often, just because it has about 1,000 weaknesses. But that is the Roserade set. I'm I'll be really sad if he doesn't bring Heatran, because we prepped so many things with Hidden Power Ground this week. Well, so many things being two. But the Hidden Power Ground being on Keys to the Kingdom and not possibly being Calm Mind, if he doesn't bring the Heatran, I'm just going to cry for days. 4 days. You'll be reading about it on Twitter if it happens. But anyways, guys, let me know what you think about the team. Are there any tweaks I could have made? Keep in mind, by the time this gets posted, it will be after the battle has taken place, because we're smarter than that. And so anything like, oh, Tup, you have to do this, it will be too late. But if you see some flaw in the team building process, let me know. Because I'm always looking to grow as a team builder, because I'm tired of being a loser. That's something we've done a lot of in the past, and we've been having a lot of success lately. Just because I think we're finally, things are starting to click for us. GBA last season was good. We're having really good streak these past couple of weeks. So, oh, pardon me. I hope that continues. Anyways, guys, I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.